President. And I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Thank you, Mr. President. We wish to thank the Special Coordinator, Tor Vedesland, for the briefing. We listened attentively to the representative of civil society, Mr. Daniel Levy, and Madam Hanan Ashrawi. We welcome your personal participation in this meeting, Mr. Kamal. The achievement of a lasting peace and security in the Middle East and North Africa remains among the top priorities on the agenda of the United Nations Security Council. We are obliged to note with regret that progress in resolving the myriad regional crises has not yet been forthcoming. We are also troubled by the fact that the majority of conflicts not only have been compounded by external intervention, but they have been exacerbated by attempts by actors stepping in to impose one-sided solutions while at the same time ignoring the views of local residents, tribal, ethnic, religious, and sectarian groups. It is evident that one of the bases for the establishment of long-term stability in the region is progress in the process of Middle East settlement with a linchpin, namely a fair solution to the Palestinian problem. Unfortunately, tensions on the West Bank of the Jordan River and in the Gaza Strip continue unabated, and problems persist with upholding the ceasefire, and problems persist in the provision of humanitarian assistance to the Palestinian victims and reviving the peace process. Against this backdrop, there is ongoing unilateral action which is fraught with dangerous consequences. Such actions include expropriation and the destruction of Palestinian property, the construction of settlements, including construction plans in the occupied Syrian Golan, and arbitrary arrests, as well as violations of the status of the holy sites and violence. At the same time, we note the importance of bearing Israel's security interests in mind. In this connection, we call for an eschewal of unilateral action and unilateral steps. International cooperation and concerted measures should be accompanied by progress in Middle East settlement. The main objective in the period unfolding, in our view, is the provision of urgent humanitarian assistance to all those in need in the Gaza Strip. More than ever before, the work of UNRWA is important, as is support to UNRWA by international stakeholders. At the same time, we wish to note that the entire gamut of final status issues needs to be addressed during direct negotiations between the Palestinians and Israelis. These negotiations need to be launched at the first opportunity without further delay. As a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council and as a participant in the quartet of international mediators, the Russian Federation assiduously strives to achieve a settlement on the international basis, namely United Nations resolutions, the Madrid Principles, the Arab Peace Initiatives. These stipulate the creation of an independent, sovereign, and contiguous Palestinian state within the 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital. We call upon our partners in the quartet, the United Nations, EU, and the United States, to step up cooperation to that end. On 14 October, we held another virtual meeting with the special representatives. We emphasized the importance of convening ministerial-level meetings of the quartet, inter alia, in the lead-up to the 30th anniversary of the Madrid Conference on the Middle East. We also stand ready to engage in dialogue with key regional players and to involve them in the efforts of the quartet. We wish to note the selection of a number of states in the Middle East region, the fact that these states have opted to normalize relations with Israel. We believe that such efforts will have a positive impact on the situation in the region only if at their focus is finding a fair solution to the Palestinian problem on the internationally recognized legal basis. As the recent outbreak of tensions around the Gaza Strip has shown, there is no other way forward. The Russian Federation is actively engaged with various Palestinian stakeholders to surmount the international divide. We are facilitating the efforts of our Egyptian friends to that end. We specifically welcome the recently held Palestinian, Jordanian, Egyptian summit in Cairo. We cherish the hope that this will be the first step towards a fundamental shift in the status quo, which is at an impasse. Thank you.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for his statement.